Which techniques would be most efficient for a complex investigation of unusual patterns of activity involving multiple businesses triggered by an automated monitoring system alert? Choose 2 out of the 5 options. Option number A: perform a control and ownership assessment of businesses involved using the information available in the client file. Option B: contact local law enforcement and request that they assist in the analysis and investigation. Option C: contact the account manager and ask for the reasons behind the pattern of activity highlighted in the AML alerts. Option D: review the information presented in the automated monitoring systems alert description and decline any future transactions. Option E: use social media platforms to connect with businesses and request details about the account activity. Out of these 5 options, you have to select 2. You may pause your video. You'll see the answer on the next screen and understand why the specific 2 options are correct and other 3 are wrong. So option C and option A and C are correct. B, D, and E are wrong. Okay, let's look at why B, D, and E are wrong, and then we'll discuss A and C. So you see, option B is wrong because contacting law enforcement at this stage is very premature. You have just reviewed or received an alert, okay, and you haven't even begun the investigation yet. Law enforcement gets involved after you have done your internal work, assess the risk, and determine that a report needs to be filed even. Calling them at the alert stage skips the entire investigation process. Option D is also wrong. Declining future transactions based solely on an automated alert without an investigation is just a reaction. Okay, alerts are triggers for investigation, not conclusions. Blocking transactions without understanding what's actually happening could harm a perfectly legitimate business relationship and expose the institution to complaints or legal challenges as well as reputational risk. Okay, option E is also wrong. Using a social media to contact businesses and ask about their account activity is not a recognized investigation technique, and for good reasons, right? It's unprofessional. It could tip off the subject, right? And it creates a paper trail in completely the wrong place. Internal investigation tools and direct professional communication channels are what you use, not LinkedIn messages or Facebook posts. Now coming back to option A, which is correct. So you see, when multiple businesses are involved in unusual activity, the first thing you want to understand is who actually owns and controls these businesses and how they are connected to each other. Are they owned by the same person? Do they share directors? Are they part of a supply chain, or is the connection less obvious? That ownership and control picture is critical, because what looks like separate unrelated businesses might actually be one person moving money through different entities. Your client files already have that information. Use it. It is one of the most important and most powerful first step in any complex investigation involving multiple entities. Option C is correct. The account manager has the direct knowledge of the client relationship. Okay, they know the business, they have had conversation with the customer, they understand the context. So before you escalate or make any decision, it makes sense to go back to the source and ask, is there a legitimate explanation for what the monitoring system has flagged? Maybe there's a seasonal spike, a new contract, a new one-off transaction that was already discussed. That context does not always make it into the systems. So asking the account manager is a fast, practical way to either resolve the alert quickly or confirm that something genuinely needs further investigation.